Holy cow. It looked like a nice day outside and I thought, why not film outside? Because it looks pretty. I can only find one of my lights right now. So natural lighting, pretty, cool atmosphere. Why not? I was outside for maybe 5 minutes and I got completely eaten alive by mosquitoes and I can't stop scratching everywhere. So we're just gonna have to deal with the one light in here. Yeah. Also, if you haven't noticed, things look a little different around me. We are doing some remodeling. All of my stuff basically is in the garage right now except my furniture. So I don't know where anything is. They're all in just bags that I just threw together and tossed out there. Wasn't very smart. So I can't find my microphone right now. So we're back to using the camera microphone, which is honestly, it's fine for now. I'm sorry. It's the best I got right now. Oh my God, I'm so itchy. It's insane. Why do mosquitoes want my blood so much? I'm feeling ganged up on and I'm feeling attacked. Long-winded explanation aside about mosquitoes attacking me and such. Welcome back to my channel. Obviously been a little bit, as it always has been for the last few years whenever I upload. But if you have been watching any of the videos that I've uploaded intermittently over the last several years, you may notice that my background has changed. If you don't notice, because I never upload and you don't even know what's going on, I don't blame you. It's not like I show my face too often on here in the last few years anyway. I could probably just set up and start filming in an entirely different country with all new scenery in the background and no one would really notice because who knows what's going on with me lately? I don't even know. But regardless of if you noticed or not, I'm telling you, it's different. It's different. So I do get a little worried when I make videos like this that do involve a lot of me talking about my situation and everything that's been happening, that it'll kind of just seem like I'm just rambling about myself a little bit too much. I just want to talk about my animals too. But at the same time, I feel like over the last few years, I've obviously not posted a lot. As time goes on, I feel like I'm getting more and more disconnected from my audience because none of you watching really know what's going on with me other than the like sporadic explanations that I give like in the moment of filming, trying to analyze my situation in the moment, and that's a little hard to do. And I feel like I kind of just got repetitive just being like, I'm working on getting better, because that's really all I could say. I do want to talk about redoing my room, and it does have to do with my animals too, so they're in the video. But in order to do that, I do have to talk a little bit about my situation. I will say I have been experiencing, which we'll also talk about this in another video, but I've been experiencing extreme anxiety about filming. There's so many times I get completely ready, I sit down and I'm just like, no, I can't do this. I'll write out bullet points of what I want to talk about, thinking that might help, and then I go to film and I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I've realized that it's nothing to do with me being too tired, which was an issue for a long time, my energy levels. Now I'm at the point where I'm just scared to film. I'm scared to post things online. I'm being overly critical of myself, looking into everything I say, wondering what I should and shouldn't say, how people are gonna interpret it. It's not the mindset you wanna have if you're someone who wants to share things online, because no matter what, obviously there's gonna be people who don't like it and people who are interested. That's just how it is. But even if the logical side of my brain knows that, the emotional side of my brain doesn't really want to listen. So this will be a process for me, getting used to filming again, but we'll talk about that more later on. This room change has been amazing for me. But before we get on to that, let's start with a big question, which is, where are my animals now? If you're familiar with my situation, then you're probably already familiar with the fact that I went from living in a 2-story, 4-bedroom dream home in my dream neighborhood to having all of my things picked up, shoved into storage, half of my animals rehomed, and the remaining of them with me shoved into my childhood bedroom at my parents' house. Yeah. If you're unfamiliar, well, that's what happened. This is what my bedroom kind of turned into after I moved home. It didn't look like this initially. It was a lot more organized and looked like a guest bedroom, and now it turned into this, which was just like this storage area with animals that I also slept in, and it was really, it's been a lot. I had a huge space to spread out all of my things at my old house. I had a dedicated second floor for my animals, and now all I have is a 10 by 10 room. 12 by 12? It's one of those. But even in the midst of the situation that was going on, I still never planned to move back home with my family. Honestly, I never even wanted to leave the house that I was in before I went to rehab, but that's a whole another situation. But while I was continuing treatment, since the house was going bye-bye, my animals needed to go somewhere. So they went to my parents' home. And there's only so much space in my parents' home. Fitting the amount of animals that we have fit here is honestly a miracle. I had to rehome half of them, which was very hard. But I chose any animals that had more complex issues or feeding habits or anything I could think of. There was no animal I wanted to give up more than the other, but I had to make a choice. I abruptly left my sober living, which was not the plan. They would not let me take Suboxone. They stopped allowing it, or they just didn't allow it. And Suboxone has been absolutely key in my recovery. Like, I would have not gotten sober without it. It just wasn't working, so I ended up coming back home. The plan was I would stay in my childhood bedroom, which was converted into a guest room. I would stay there for a couple weeks while I figured out where I was moving to, what I was gonna do, if I was gonna go to sober living in San Antonio, whatever the plan was. I was just gonna stay here as a safe place to figure that all out for a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. It's been a lot of weeks. A ton of weeks. Honestly, it's been this many weeks. I mean, I guess does the word few technically mean an exact number? Does it mean 3? Does it mean, what does few mean? Because maybe it means this many. Maybe I was right all along. Maybe this many weeks was how much I meant to stay the whole time. It wasn't, but it's fine. Okay, I have to go get ready for therapy, so we'll see what happens after this. If I suddenly switch outfits and look completely different, then I'm filming the next day. Hi, it's me from the future, or I guess I'm still in the past while you're watching, but I'm in the future compared to the footage that was just playing. Time has passed since that footage. I actually had a therapy appointment that day and I wanted to make sure I made it, so I stopped filming and I figured I would just finish when I got back. It's been like a month and a half, so yeah. I'm back from therapy. I've had a really hard time finishing this video for a number of reasons. One, it just took a lot longer than I expected to actually start to have this room come together, so I didn't have like all the footage ready to go right away when I filmed the moving out process and the moving the new furniture back in. There was still a long period of time after that I've just been kind of slowly adding things incrementally to my room. So it was kind of just like a big old nothing burger of a video because I didn't have a lot of stuff to show yet, so I kept waiting and delaying the video thinking I would have more once I finished decorating the room. But even after that, I tried uploading it and then it was demonetized just because I showed too much of the snake feeding. I had rats and I guess YouTube didn't like that. Speaking of which, a lot of my old feeding my animal videos have started to get limited ads too, so I guess we're just not allowed to show snakes eating anymore. I don't know. I can't keep up with what YouTube allows and doesn't allow. But on top of that, ever since then, I've like struggled getting the video to edit in a way that I like, and I keep just like going back and forth and finding reasons not to post it. No matter how bad I feel like I want to, I just keep delaying it. And while I'll shut up soon and just show the process of moving everything around and showing where my animals are now and what my room had become, I just first wanted to come up and talk a little candidly. Right now, I started filming today to work on another video, the one that I wanted to post after this one, but I decided to also film this little bit for this video and throw it in there real quick before I upload it because I'm having a really bad problem with YouTube, with social media in general, actually. I basically can't tell if I hate it or not. And that's scary. This whole situation is scary for me because this is something I always wanted to do. Mainly when I was growing up, I wanted to do like music and acting and stuff like that, but I also loved animals. And the way that I stumbled upon this weird niche where I was able to do the entertaining aspect, which is, you know, it's different than acting, but it's still the reason I wanted to do acting, the idea of like entertaining people and things like that, I still get to do that with this. And I get to work with animals. So it was really like I got to do the best of both worlds in that way, and I love it. I love that. I still do love it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life if I decide not to do this. Of course I have like, I can go back to school, get a zoology degree, do something in that field, or whatever I decide to do. There are obviously options, but I want to find one where I'm still fulfilled and going after my dreams. And this is really the most solid way for me to do that still, to put myself out there, even if it's not like my main source of income. I still want to do this in my heart of hearts. Like, I don't want to stop. But that time in my life, I'm gonna do a video dedicated to it, so I'm just kind of briefly mentioning this right now, but like 2017, 2018 pet tube, kind of that whole era of the internet, it kind of broke my brain a little bit. And when I say that, I don't really blame anyone specific. I just think I was incredibly naive and incredibly lacking of any kind of life experience, and I just got thrown into this to no one's fault. It just happened, but I just got thrown into this, and the way I handled it mentally was horrible. And at the same time, it was just such a confusing time. I was going through the most fun and exciting time of my life at the same time as going through like the worst time in my life, and it's kind of all jumbled together in my brain now, where whenever I try to sit down and film, I have really bad panic attacks, really bad anxiety attacks. My whole brain will just go numb, like where I could have like an endless trove of ideas of what I want to talk about, what I want to do, and then I go to hit record and I can't do it. And it's not fun. I do want to keep trying, because right now I'm getting so much better in my journey with recovery, and I'm really at a point now with all of this where that's no longer really impeding. I do have medical problems. I do have some setbacks like Ehlers-Danlos and stuff that does make my days a little more complicated sometimes, but that's not what's interfering with me filming anymore. The main thing that's interfering now is my own fear and anxieties and issues that I've associated with this stuff. Looking back at how things were before, I don't think I could ever do that again. I don't think I could ever be like a content creator type again in that way where it's like a brand. I can't do that. I can't. I look at what other people deal with. I see like how much they put into this brand that they cultivate and I can't do that. My brain cannot handle that. I cannot do social media the way I used to do it. In a way that I kind of mourn over that, because it's sad. It feels like I want to do that. I want to fully dive into all that, but I don't think it's healthy for me. I don't have the right brain for that kind of stuff. After a lot of thought, I do still want to try this. I still want to have a platform where I can post all my animal stuff, go back to doing what I enjoy, maybe branching out from just animal stuff, just posting whatever I want to post, right? Going back to the types of videos I made before. Even when my channel was like big and blowing up, I still always just posted whatever I wanted. I was never like really told what to post beyond sponsorships and things like that. I just want to get back to that and to stop living in this headspace now where it feels like I'm trying to perform, or that I'm overthinking and overanalyzing every word I say, worried that if I misspeak it'll be misinterpreted as something horrible, and it's not a fun way to live. So I'm still going to give this a solid shot. Really try to continue to get myself more comfortable in front of the camera again. Really try to get myself back on here. I just want to have fun. This isn't fun. This isn't following my dreams, and it's just not when I stand in front of a camera and feel scared. So I'm gonna work on getting back to my roots and getting back to what I enjoy, or discovering new things I enjoy if I'm just now at a point in my life where I'm gonna have to find new things to enjoy. We'll just see what happens. But I'm holding myself back at this point from posting. I'm the only issue now. So I'm gonna work on that, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little. I will have a separate video where I kind of discuss the impact of that time in my life and like the ultimate impact of PetTube as a whole on me personally. Other people might have a completely different outlook on it, but I feel like I want to talk about it, so I'm going to. Until then, let's just finish this video. So let's go ahead and talk about what my room was like before and how we got to here. feeling you're gonna go in that little hole? Yeah?
Yeah, and I'll have to go to bed with you.
Okay. You're a little too big now, buddy. Okay, so that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that still likes to watch these little updates that I've put out sporadically over the years. And if things go the way that I would like them to, I'm gonna continue to post more and more. I just want to get back to doing it the reason I did it in the first place, which is to connect with other people and to have fun. So I'm gonna give that my all for the next few months and just see where things go. And I absolutely appreciate everyone else that is here for the ride to see what happens. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.